that's causing the disruption and really how to shut him down. And Mundo isn't someone you want to focus, so that gives you a little extra something to work against, is that you can't exactly go after him, you just have to run.
Okay,
Cool.
so they're just kind of rushing through their picks and bans. They're going to be back in the game very, very soon, and these lineups are going to be really, really impressive. So you've got, Morgana supporting this Graves. Graves is going to be very, very hard to kill. You've got Morgana and Janna both shielding that guy. They've also grabbed Lee Sin for their top lane, so Graves has another shield to have on his side, and their jungler, I'm spacing on who that was. Because who's their top lane and who's their jungler? They have Lee Sin and what?
I can't remember now.
I think they're going to pick him in like 2 seconds and I'll remember.
We'll
Riven, that's right, Riven. So they've got shields on pretty much every champion in this game. And actually, unless they're swapping, I think Riven's going to be their jungler and Lee Sin's going to be their solo top. Now, they did go through a tournament draft, so they could swap, and maybe they're doing that in order to juke out Dignitas. But yeah, they've got AP mid, Skara on Soraka. You've got Voiba on that Olaf is the name, and he's been really, really strong. Olaf's done very well in this tournament so far. You've got a Corki plus Taric lane at the bottom. That's very, very scary. I think that'll scare even Graves, who's naturally a little bit tanky. He's bringing Summoner Heal as well. They do have a Janna there for shields, but they could still burst through that and do some really good damage. So there is a lot of potential here for Dignitas. Going to take a lot of kills. They've got a lot of pressure kind of everywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be really big for him. Skara pick in middle, I can't wait to see it. And, I love this Olaf play we're seeing. Dyra started playing Olaf top, and then I was talking to Westrice on League, and he's like, dude, this damage. And then I looked at his match history, and it was like defeat. But no, I'm just kidding. But no, he's like, no, he's really somebody you reckoned with top. It's hard to stop, and he can just be so detrimental late game. You go in there, you pop your ulti, you get a little armor magic resistance. Nothing can CC you, even though Death is the best CC.
Death is the best CC.
Death is the best CC.
You can revive Death. It's actually better than Cleanse in that case.
Yeah, sure.
And better than QSS.
So run Revive.
Run Revive on every champion and teleport and just push the side lanes.
Just go.
So
these guys getting ready, chatting it up. Communication is one of the biggest things in League. These guys always have open communication between each other well in the game, as you would with anybody else you're playing on Skype or on Vent. And if that doesn't work for them, they start having problems. And they can use pings and whatnot in the in-game communication, but the seconds and that fraction of a second that things happen in the fight of a League of Legends, or a League of Legends 5v5, they need to be able to communicate all the time. So as you see these guys, we jump into the versus screen, you'll see them kind of milling about, talking to each other, getting their runes and stuff already set, obviously, yeah, getting those set. But talking about what they want to strategize. Do we want to level 1 invade? Let's look at this team. They got a Mundo for slow. They got Corki that can AoE with Phosphor if he decides to grab it first. Locust with a stun. Undertow from Boy and the slow. But you have a pretty good team coming out from MM. They do have Morgana's stun, Janna's pop-up. Lee Sin can get in and slow down if he gets in there with his E first, but he's probably going to Q, obviously. And you got stuns from Riven. So these are the things the teams talk about. Can we first invade? Do we want to play passive? Are we going to switch up the metas? And there's just a lot to be said during this point in the champion select.
But both teams can poke at the brush. They've got Lee Sin Q, which will reveal. You've got the Mundo Q, which you can shoot at as well, and you'll hear the splash come out there. You've got Corki with his Q as well, can reveal brush, use that phosphorus bomb. And when they actually go for a fight, you've got, Locust has a stun there on that Taric. You've got Voiboy with Undertow, you can use that. The fight should be close. I don't know who has a hard favorite right here. Right. I kind of feel like it's a little bit better for, having the Morgana route and then the Riven, jumps and all that. I feel like Mono is a little bit better of a level 1 team, but the way these fights run out, usually someone gets caught or the position's really weird. You can have games that even if you're technically a better level 1 team, it's all positioning. It's all base damage. It's all who can do that stuff first. You've got 3 exhausts actually coming out from Dignitas versus, actually, well, none. They've only got like 2 ignites, though. So the amount of sort of shutdown available to Dignitas is really, really high. If they can coordinate those 3 exhausts and get all the damage output from those and sort of just deny those enemy champions, Dignitas can win any team fight. I think their scaling is really good. I think Corki is a bit better late than Graves, although the laning, it's kind of got to go either way. You've got the Janna Shield giving AD to the Graves burst, or you've got that Taric Shatter on top of the Corki Shred on top of PewDiePie, who always gets a Black Cleaver. You can kind of go either way with it.
Yeah, and all right, let's check out these 2 teams. MM versus Dignitas going head-to-head for our first third game of the day in these best out of 3s. These guys about to go and match it up. We'll see them here as they face off against each other. You can see the teams on the screen right now. We are going to have your blue team is going to be MM. We can see them. And your purple team is actually going to be Mono.
Yeah,
switch around.
So, yeah, you are showing the right people on the screen, but in-game, blue is Mono. Yeah. So pretend the colors will swap. It's okay. You can see Locust close up there. There's PewDiePie down. You can kind of see his nose there is I Will Dominate as well. Unfortunately, I actually don't know the mono players by sight, so I apologize that I can't call them out. But
we will soon, it seems.
Yeah.
They're playing very well, and they're going to put
dominating.
themselves in more matches. We'll definitely know who they are quite soon.
Yeah. But
All right,
guys, we're into the game, so let me hear the cheers. If you want Mono to take this game, take this third game, move on. Let me hear you guys in the crowd. And if you want Dignitas to take this one home to complete this comeback and move on to the winner bracket semis, let me hear you for Dignitas. All right, so we do have some crowd favorites coming out here. Let's go through the builds if we can real quick. Looks like Voyboy 9-21-0, opening cloth 5, and Learn Q. Locust there on Tarek looks like probably actually has a lot of CDR. So CDR blues, and someone's about to get caught. Skara gets jumped on by Nintendo, and there's the root as well from Morgana. Skara going to drop right away. First blood picked up by Riven.
Oh no.
And they're going to re-invade this jungle.
A very double lift-esque start to the game. We're going to see if... now, that's actually going to hurt a little bit more. It's money for... Let's see. That's going to be Riven. To help her in lane, but Skara not being the real support and actually being in mid, that hurts a little bit more.
Yeah, she'll get back in lane without losing any gold or experience, but
right.
You basically, you've given away gold and XP to all of Monomaniac. You've given it a lot to the jungler. The jungler is really going to scale off gold quite well. He could buy a free Oracles right now if she wanted to, or kind of transition into a Wriggles or getting boots or whatever. They are going to dive in for blue. They could take Wolves as well. Everything's been reset. They've actually sent Zion Spartan and Lee Sin back out. By the way, his build looks like 21-9-0 actually. Cloth 5 as well in that build. So they're really just going to help dominate, clear out those raids. They want Voyboy kind of in on the action.
Leaving that wolf in the camp. Very nice job there. Looks like they're all focused to go for red. They have taken Wraith. They're going to give him a little bit of help here. Dominate could be going for that early gank. He is running that exhaust on Mundo. Riven running Flash as well. So we've talked about that entry into the jungle. If the junglers meet and you have exhaust, you're pretty much going to win that matchup or force your opponent to make that Flash. Zion Spartan first top. Voyboy on Olaf versus Lee Sin here. Lee Sin, a very strong top. It does have the shield to kind of pull back and stop the damage that Voyboy is doing. So we'll see if he can do that every time they go to trade damage. That Soraka mid lane is going to be very nice for the spell shield. She can just continuously star call past that, stay within her minions. She may take some damage from the Tormented Soil, but she'll just be able to dodge Dark Binding, continuously star call. A great lane for her there, and pushes just as well as Morgana does. Bottom lane is that Graves and Janna versus Taric and Corki. A strong lane there. Dazzles into Phosphorus, and Corki Gatling is quite strong and can take somebody out very fast.
Yeah, looking through the builds again, I think Skara went 9-21-0. That kind of looks like to be the build here. Is getting CDR per level, it seems. And we're going to see how the rest of these sort of pan out. Olaf still fighting against Zion Spartan here at the top lane. They kind of both losing a bit of health, chugging through some health potions. Both open up with Cloth. So there's going to be a lot of sort of damage action on both sides here. Skara, let's see if you can last hit a turret. It's normally a little bit difficult here for Soraka to do this, but see if you can make it work. So far working fine. Top lane, there is Riven coming up onto Voyboy. Exhaust goes off. Voyboy's not liking this one at all. Does go down. Second kill coming out there for MM, and that one actually going to Lee Sin. So that gold's getting shared around a little bit now. And this is not looking too happy for Dignitas right now. They're actually losing out on a number of kills. There's a silence up on Paradoxical. Actually trading quite well. There's the Black Shield. Can he dodge the Dark Binding? He's up to melee range. Scar's got to be a little bit careful here. If he takes too much damage, he'll fall. Oh, gets the heal. Still going for the pressure. Dodges both spells. There's a silence. The flash is still up. Skara spamming Qs. Paradoxical down to negative 11 magic resist. So that's working out for him, FYI. PewDiePie staying up. Pushing away on Zig in mid lane. Or bottom lane, rather. That was nice by Skara. That was a good juke. He needed to make that juke happen or he'd be dead.
Negative 11. That was fantastic. Like I said, you know, if Skara stays within those minions and just star calls, it's going to be really hard. Morgana has no spell that comes up that fast, so she's constantly taking damage. It's almost like an auto attack coming from Soraka. So you just got that all day. Mundo moving back into the jungle. Looks like he's starting towards that top side. Red is still on for... No, he's not going to have it for any of his ganks, so they did not utilize that, and we'll see Nintendo picking up his red for the first time. Will we see any lane presence from him?
Well, we might see lane presence from Dominate, though. He's actually running up towards the top. The lane is pushing a little bit, so he could get some damage here. Nice pressure there from Zion Spartan, pushing Void around, down to the Q again. And now his spells are down. This could be really, really good for Dignitas. They're going to just pressure in really, really hard. Dominate has exhaust up. Zion Spartan dodging back to a minion. There's a W. Where's the exhaust? Where's the cleaver? They're not going for it. Zion's going to get out. Bottom lane looks like no deaths happening just yet. QtPie 31 minions and 35 on Graves, so Zig doing very, very well, making that lane work for him. Coming back in there, just using that W, actually maxing it first, by the way. Maxing Safeguard for the laning presence. Iron Will giving him life steal and all that. Voiboy loving just to use Reckless Swing. And he's actually maxing Reckless Swing first, so that is actually the build difference here. And here comes Nintendude once more. Voiboy not going to like this one. Going to try to run away. I don't know if he can, though. Riven is really, really fast. Oh, but here comes Paradoxical, and here comes Dominate. That's going to be scary. Voiboy will drop down. Another kill picked up here. Soraka left the farm in mid. Will push these minions to the turret. But now 3-0 the kill score. This is looking great for MM.
Very nice job there. You can see Soraka actually going down. She's going to negate that big Wraith, take about 50 gold to herself. Very nice. So 35 at this point until it levels. We will see. She's going to go bottom. It's going to be a Soraka gank. All that CC, Skara bring into this fight. We'll see if he can get a kill with it. Looks like he's going to come around the backside of him. They will be focusing on Graves here. The AD carry now Silence. Won't be able to flash out of this. His Silence wears off, and it looks like he hasn't taken quite enough damage to go down. Oh, a stale banana +2 to damage, allowing the Ignite to tick off for a kill.
Nice job right there. Oh, Nintendo showing up. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Picked up Voidboy at the top lane. Already level 6 is a part of that. Has Wind Slash up still, actually. They're going to keep pressuring through. 4-1 the kill score. 1,500 gold as well. And they're actually going to get a turret for this if they want. Which is going to move instead and go for the golems here. Might still fall to minions down to 100 health. Soraka actually going to lose some gold to the turret. Maxing out the Star Call. Yep,
focusing Mundo. He just got back to lane. Dominate going down, and he will get taken out. He just got back and said, hey, I see him doing golems. I think I'll throw a cleaver and not run away. It did not work out for him. Dominate's got to be really careful now as his lane, or that for the jungle is being focused. And it looks like Spartan and both, finding him, Nintendude have full control over that. And at 7 minutes into the game, you don't want to see people farming past that second turret. You don't want to see guys regularly in your jungle. That means you have to spend money on wards. You're going to have to spend money on oracles or a vision ward. And you're wasting money in early game that needs to be put towards damage or sustainability. And that's what they're not allowing them to do right now.
Yep, absolutely true. Here you're going to see Zig kind of keeping up with his minions right here. He's doing a good job last hitting. QtPie has a lot to choose from. Going to get this wave to push back towards his side. Loco's going to camp Brush. In the meantime, Muno getting his own red. Looks like that won't be stolen here. Voiboy trying to catch up to this game. 28 minions. His lane opponent actually only at 23. So Lee Sin has been spending all his time trying to zone out Voiboy. And aside from the whole having kills thing, Voiboy would have more gold.
We're going to see a dragon here. This will go down at just about 8, so we're going to see a 14 dragon. And we'll be looking for that at 14 minutes. You'll see a lot of the top lane start to move. The bottom lane will try to really push the lane and do as much damage as they can, not allowing a full 5v5 dragon fight. A little bit of focus here on Skara. Now, to point out, top lane went down very early, so we're going to see a lot of roaming from Zion Spartan. He's going to be able to come down, aggress on mid like that, push Soraka back, and then go back to his lane, do whatever he wants. See him milling about the jungle, just trying to clear what he can. Totally free right now. You need to be able to have lockdown on everyone on the map, or they're going to start being really scary.
Yep, they have almost no map vision, so you can see that Voiboy, despite having really nothing to be afraid of, he could probably duel Zion Spartan and to run away.
Freeze the lane.
Yeah, he's going to freeze the lane there, and there's no turret to defend him, so this could be really, really good. Again, Scar's going to jump in on the Paradoxical, but gets caught there. There's the burst damage coming out. This could be bad for Scar. The stun will happen. He's going to cast another heal. Has Summoner Heal still. Will he bait that out? He's still alive. He's going to go for it. He baits Summoner Heal, but he's out of mana. He can't do anything else.
No.
Paradoxical going to survive that
nerf.
Man, that lack
Too bad
of
you
mana.
can't give yourself mana anymore.
Yeah, he's going to need some more Doran's Wings to make that one work. It's going to be the goal here, I'm pretty sure. Skara, no, going for early Hextech Revolver here. So Spell Vent going to be the goal here for Soraka. Going to use that Q to get himself back up. Does need mana once he can get blue. Dominate, unfortunately, wearing that, though, so he's kind of preventing Skara from having infinite mana right now.
We see Nintendude again entering the jungle, just hanging out. He says, you know what, I feel more comfortable over here. I don't even want mine. It's actually gone. He has Wraiths and Golems to do, but he's still hiding, waiting for those to come up. Sees Mundo, gets that final attack on, but will not get the burst and the stun. Actually thrown off the ulti just to do it. Really doesn't have to worry about it. He doesn't see a fight coming up anytime soon, and they're really strong that he wouldn't need to use his ultimate. So he's really, like I said, these guys are really doing what they want right now.
Yeah, and it's doing a lot of good things for them. So you can just see Voyboy move around. He's got that Reckless Swing up to level 3 right now. He's halfway to level 7, which will be rank 4 of that ability. Pixel and Zig still doing a good job bot lane. 75 minions, actually 80 total if you count them both up. They're actually ahead of QtPie and Locust, and we saw that Dignitas, they won the bottom lane in almost every match they ever played at Hanover. And now you're going to see that, you know, they're able to survive and win pretty much all of these lanes. They're winning everywhere. Their whole team seems to be very, very strong. And a lot of people kind of counted them out. They said, well, you know, you had to beat European teams of North American tournament realm. And here comes Morgana.
Dark Binding just missing on Voyboy. Looks like the ultimate will break any CC he's got on him. And he will be able to make it out of that one. A blind Dark Binding possibly to come out from Paradox, but no, that Ghost Olaf is out of there.
Down the bottom lane, a lot of damage on the Pixel. One hit from Dead, almost lands it. Locust hurt from Zig right now, but Zig out of mana means he'll be fine right now. QtPie going to keep pushing through, kill this minion off. They could go for some turret pressure. They can actually pressure Zig too. Oh, he full turret echoes, got to be careful. And they're going to get a lot of free turret pressure here. They could technically dive this, there's no one else around. Locust has some mana. He could cast a stun and the shadow.
Heal up, and that Dazzle's going to come first. So yeah, they're going to back off on this one. That would have been perfect for him to heal out. He probably would have taken too much damage from Gatling and Phosphorus, and he would have died, but he would have gotten kill on Tarek.
All right, never mind. They're backing out.
Yeah, ward back. They did start to retreat from that. Looks like they're just going to farm in mid. Skara trying to freeze his lane as much as possible. Turret taking that creep that he couldn't get. Soraka not the best farmer, but he's doing a really great job for having to pretty much stand in Tormented Soil and Star Call all of these creeps down, because he's kept it 89 to 82 in the creep score. And against Morgana, that's pretty great if you're Soraka.
Yeah, so he's doing a very good job of laning well, and Skara's always been very, very good at laning, landing skill shots and just farming. Of course, Soraka not really skill shot champion, but been very, very good at farming. You know, normally plays a lot of Karthus in there as well. And instead, the strategy is going to be relying on Soraka here. And we're going to see if that's going to work out. Of course, Paradoxical now already has a large rod, a lot of AP on him. You're going to see a lot of spam coming out from Skara. Still really wants to get through that. Actually is able to get through the Black Shield. Look at the damage output, actually. Down to 7 MR. Skara still spamming. Now down to half health. Just inside of a minion wave. So as soon as he can actually get blue for himself, he'll be scary. So QtPie keeping up with Locust there at the bot lane. Lisa getting actually the solo right now. Olaf kind of went into the jungle for a little while. Level 7 to level 9. So Zion Spartan very far ahead of Voyboy.
Yeah, he also has 1675 sitting and waiting in his pocket for him to go back home and buy at the store. Let's look at the little overall gold here. 18,000 to 13,000 gold. That is pretty much distributed around the team. Your highest gold makers right now are Morgana, Lee Sin, and Nintendude for those kills early game. So those are the 3 that you want getting farmed anyways. So doing exactly what they need. Beautiful vision ward onto Dragon, as that's going to be up quite soon. And they have full vision on that now as well. A good amount of warding though from Dignitas, keeping themselves safe.
Tommy trying to get away from Spartan. Oh, Voyboy comes in as well. Nice kick. They're going to get them both out of the way. Here comes Soraka. Can he do the damage? Oh, he lands the Olaf Q. Lands the cleaver. Can Spartan get to anything? He's going to flash the wall. And he's going to jump to Nintendude. Nice job there. Nintendude actually dashing in there as Riven to give him something to run to. Nice escape there from Dominate. Now back to the bottom lane. Looks like Corki trying to get Zig off his turret. And last hit, 110 to 111. So still this lane is pretty much equal. Though again, that Berserker's Reeds triple Doran's coming out from QtPie. Always that same build. The BF sword already grabbed for Zig. He's going to like that quite a bit.
With the only turret in the game right now, they have.
Oh, they jump on the Pixel 3. Sorry about that. The ult comes out. It's getting pushed back. Nice shield, though. Keeps him alive through the Ignite. That would have been a kill otherwise. 115 health left. And there comes Nintendude. Locust. Stun is up soon. QtPie taking a lot of pain, though. Oh, Morgana's coming, too. This could be really scary. Will she land the Dark Bind? QtPie, not a face check. Finds Morgana.
Locust was typing. He's like, oh, I'm going to say. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to get away from that. I'm surprised because he actually had queued the brush before to check it, and then just ran into it this time. That was very unfortunate there. And then I don't think they're going to get stopped here. I don't think they're going to. They shouldn't try. I don't think they can do it. They have a minion though. The minion revealed that they were there.
Them pet minions. Looks like they're going to be able to grab this. It'll be a nice dragon for them. About 20-30. That will respawn again. They are going for blue as well. Full control right now. In the driver's seat of this game. 15 minutes in, we do see them with that tower, 2 dragons in their favor, and it looks like they may be able to grab Locust here. Howling Gale does hit him, just doesn't knock him up, and he is going to take the damage enough to put him down under. We do see it is now 7-1 in favor of MM, just playing amazing right now, and definitely showing us they are one of the top caliber teams to be reckoned with here.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. But we're going to steal the blue back, so it's going to be nice there. Kind of equalize that a little bit. The cooldowns actually will help him quite a bit. The mana actually for the Q spam will also be good. He's actually putting his secondary points there into undertow, so pretty much the reverse of what Dyrus was doing for solo mid. Paradox is going to keep spamming away on these minions. You see that Scar is able to just shove these things down. It has the early will of the Ancients. That will actually help the spell vamp for Voyboy's E, so he can kind of heal himself back a little bit of that health cost when using that reckless swing there. Zig spamming at these minions pretty quickly. A lot of gold being gained here. 113 to 130. Zig is getting ahead.
Yeah, doing a great job. Those Dorans. He also went 3 Dorans and has a BF as well still, so that kill definitely helping him out as well as an assist, I should say. And looks like top Voyboy taking a tower shot. Why not? He's going to go back here, probably get himself a buy. Yes, he is backing. Blue buff is on. He'll have that when he returns to lane. It's just about fresh. Locust returning back down. We do have a ping here coming out from Pixel. Or somebody pinged Pixel, actually.
Yeah, he got spotted by a ward. He's going to move on over. You can see just Scar's able to easily clear these minion waves out, but of course, and then very easy to farm these when there's no minions to steal the kills, so.
Oh man, they do see Tarek, Corky bottom, and they ping Baron. Do they have enough damage to do this? They have enough Baron to force that fight and then win the fight, but I don't think they have enough damage to do Baron at the moment.
But we'll see. They have BF swords on a couple of champions here.
Right.
Double go for 10 on Jonas with the delay. Oh, Scar getting caught here. He's going to put the heals out. Dominate taking some damage. And there comes the flash ult from Morgana.
Flash.
Scar's going to get caught out here. The heals come out. It might not be enough, though. The damage out, but going to be massive. Scar will drop Dominate. Looks like he's going to be next, and there is a kill picked up. Science Martin stunned here, but out of turret range. And then looking amazing this game. Up now 8,000 gold. 60 minutes. This is one of the sort of least close early games. Now, of course, last time in game 2, they were down a similar score and turned it around, so you never know. This could always just turn back around for Dignitas' favor.
Oh, that's taken him quite a while. Olaf coming up. He will have time to get there. Quite a bit of damage being done. It's now half health after about 20 or 15 seconds. They could have that. They're not even going to go for it. They have it. That Tormented Soil going to go down. They're going to be able to take out Baron. That'll be very nice for them. Quite early, 17 minutes. They're going to use that gold. I don't think they'll get too many pushes out of this, but then again, they have been able to take out top and bottom turrets, so both of those lanes are now free roaming, and they could do a lot of damage with this Baron.
Yeah, 24-13 going to be that Baron respawn. I don't think it's likely the game will end before then, so we will see that come back into play, but with 9,000 gold, they do want to push out here pretty hard. We'll see if Dignitas can do anything to stop this, or if they've snowballed too far ahead. They've already got a death cap here onto this Morgana. They're going to be pretty close to an Infinity Edge there on that Graves. Look at his gold. He's at 1,000 right now, and already has that pickaxe. So I think it's only about 1,000 or 1,200 gold to combine the Infinity Edge from there. So he's really close to that mark. He's gonna grab red buff possibly as well. He's got the Force of Baron buff already. Yeah, and that looks amazing right now. They really do look good right now.
Voyboy running some quite tanky runes because he went Shirelia's buy for his first one. That's going to give him a little bit of HP. But overall, that's not really going to help him mid-game. Riven's going to be very tanky. That fight's going to go in his favor. This Morgana's very strong right now. As you said, they had a needlessly large rod really early in the game, especially with 2 Dorans, now into Rabadons in 18 minutes. That's very powerful for her, especially since she can just ult in. Paradox has been using his Black Shield like perfectly in every fight to dodge whatever he needs to. That last one on Mundo and Tarek was very nice, or Tarek and Olaf rather. And we'll have to see if they can just continue to do it again. They're really throwing Dignitas off of their game right now, 9-1 as we reach our almost 20-minute mark. And MM showing no signs of giving this one up.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening here. Scar going for the points into heal now second. We'll have some good health coming through on those right now. It's about 260 HP per heal. Feeding added a cutie pie. They're going to like that for the poke here. We'll see if they have enough damage output there. You're going to see that MM going for this turret kill, and they're not really getting stopped here, so this will be another one grabbed. 4 turrets to 0 right now. Dignitas not looking too happy about this one. You're going to see that. Actually, no, they're going to catch Zion Spartan at the top of the map. Sorry about that, but Voyboy managed to bait him out. They picked up that 1 kill, and I mean, that's the start of a comeback, I guess. They're 10,000 gold down, but you never know they can make that one happen. 2-1-5 was that Lee Sin. They're going to keep going for turrets. This is really good by MM. They're going to just keep pushing this outer advantage here. They said, we're more powerful than you, especially with Baron buff. We're going to use that to accrue a gigantic gold advantage. And we're going to go from there. They've done that. They've picked up now 5 turret kills to 0. They've gotten, I think, every dragon. They've got the only one Baron so far.
Right. That's very nice there. They use that Baron quite efficiently. Now they're going to back. They have some things to buy. You see Morgana picking up a rod, or a blasting wand rather. And it looks like attack speed for Graves. He's going to be trying to build into a Zeal there. A good amount of health. That Giant's belt on Riven. Everybody's getting their purchases on now. Looks like Lee Sin has finished the Frozen Mallet. I believe he finished it a little earlier though. Zion and the rest of MM really completing a lot of early first items here. And it's just giving them a huge advantage in these team fights. Corki farming bottom still has yet to make that Infinity Edge, and he still has to buy a pickaxe as well, plus another 200 to 300 gold. Soraka trying to grab that blue buff Scarra by himself. May not have the damage here, and they're going to be pushed out of that one. Well read by MM. They're just really not giving Dignitas a chance to get back in this one.
Yeah, they're just going to be happy to keep pressing around. They're going to kill off a bunch more wards. They've grabbed the blue again. It's going to go to Zig, actually. I like that. I like having Graves with blue buff. The low cooldowns and great mana regen gets him a lot of spam out there. He is spell-based a little bit. He's going to like that. These guys can do, they're going to push through on the dragon some more. He's going to go and just get dropped down. 27 minutes, going to respawn that one. So we're not too far away from Baron expiring. We only got 3 minutes to go until that guy respawns. And I'm getting ready to push the bot lane, which is the one remaining turret outside of Dignitas' base.
Yep, they are gathering down there. Baron is still on for about another 30 seconds. Just about to wear off. Oh, just wore off. I'm looking at someone's red buff.
Yeah, that one's going to last a little bit while longer.
Yeah, let's see if they make it in here. They have a huge minion wave. Does not look like this is going to be challenged. A few Corki rockets and an Olaf, a Mundo getting stunned, and that's the turret. So here we go. Cooldowns are coming back up for MM, so we're not going to see an instant fight, but this next turret could definitely be a fight. Dominate getting quite far out. There's the cooldown again for Binding. They catch Voyboy. Ultimate goes off for Voyboy, and he may make it out alive. The Ignite is on, and he dodges the Morgana ult. Morgana takes out nobody with that. Paradox doing a great job, however, of taking a lot of cooldowns for himself and really putting Dignitas out of that fight. That was kind of just a fight of cooldowns. No one really gained anything out of that.
Yeah, they managed to burn through some good number of them, though. They burst heals out from Scar, managed to keep everyone else alive, though, which was pretty massive because the amount of burst that came out from MM was quite massive, I'm going to be honest. There was a lot of damage coming out there from them.
Would you say it was tons of damage?
Yeah, it was pretty much tons of damage. They managed to do a whole heck of a lot. Paradoxical getting really beefy, though. We've got... And actually, I like this build from Morgana. So most Morgs I see go Merc Treads and they rush zone. It's actually some pressure coming in here. QTPie doing a lot of damage here. Zion Spartan not in a happy place. QTPie getting jumped on by Zion anyway. Can he do enough damage? Soraka's there. Zion getting low. Silence as well. They pick up that kill. Dominate will fall though. So they've traded 1 for 1 right now. Morgana and Janna both very, very low. We're going to see that Voyboy nearby. Pops Ghost. Will he go for Paradoxical? The true damage is nice, but not quite enough damage just yet. Still running away. Picks up by Graves. Corki's close by. Nintendo chasing down on a Locust. Can they do the pressure? Locust taking some damage. Got a nice bit of armor though. Oh, Paradoxical almost gone. Pixel goes down. QTPie gonna go pick up one. Can he get the other? He's very, very low. One more attack. There's Riven in the back. Scar goes down. Picks up one. Trades. Locust now left alone against Nintendo. Nintendo should get that one pretty much for free. There's the swipes in. Yes, picks that one up. But they traded pretty closely. It's 14-5. 14,000 gold to lead. They might go and get this turret, but Mundo is back. He's going to ult. Really wants to push away Nintendo. Could do so, yes. Smites away. Push them back. We'll keep this turret alive. Okay.
Does a great job there. QTPie almost getting that kill, but Siege Minion turned on him, and then the next wave actually would have killed him, so he was forced to turn around from killing Janna. Quite unfortunate because that rocket did hit, and that was actually his big rocket from his passive of 3, so unfortunate that that was not the last one to hit and be the killer. We see everybody back up on the map now. It looks like Mundo going to be going for his red. Dominate is going to be able to hopefully use that in this next fight. Really, they're pushed back to their towers, so this will not be used for a gank. It's going to have to be a pretty big pincer if they're going to want to come out for a fight here.
All right. See, running on through. Zion's part at the bottom is Lee Sin. Blind Monk doing some good stuff there, killing off these minions. Dr. Mundo recalling, and actually, by the way, Dominate, a little bit interesting build, not actually maxing Burgeoning Agony. That was normally what I saw from most of these Mundo players, but he's actually switching out, actually maxed Infected Cleaver first, and going for kind of, you know, the CC and the heavy damage from that spell instead. See if that actually plays out for him. Scar, of course, clearing out those race. Oh, Nintendo's right there. This is scary for you. Baron is back. MM wants to go for it. You see all of Dignitas basically, and their ward is now gone. So vision advantage for Monomaniac. We'll see if they can do anything else with that.
Looks like they're backing off rather than giving him vision. They do have one in that bush, so they knew Mundo is there, but that vision near Wraiths is something they don't have. That's exactly what MM has, is they crowd this bush. The one below, Riven taking that, and there's going to be the Shirelia's pop. Mundo and Olaf starting the fight, but where's the HP that I was talking about before? And it looks like Voyboy may be able to keep himself alive with W, but not for long enough. Corky, Cutie Pie just left a fire on the team from the outside, and he's doing some work here. So much damage from Cutie Pie, and he's doing a great job with Riven as well, trying to stun and get out of this fight. Cutie Pie still in the mix of things as they finally take down Lee Sin. And as I said, they are keeping Cutie Pie alive, and he will be the one to focus this fight.
Oh, wow. With 2 alive, the lifesteal was just enough thanks to those Doran's blades. And you know what would have been funny? So he actually did this thing where he actually sold that 3rd Doran's to get a BF sword. I would have laughed to be like lost with John at 12 health. It's like, told you not to sell that 3rd Doran's blade, bro. But that worked out for him. Great job.
That was crazy. They didn't focus him, and then after jumping into the fight with Valkyrie, wanting to do damage with the burning ground underneath him, they still didn't focus him. He was kind of just getting hit by AoE damage, and whoever wanted to throw something out. Riven obviously stunning up, but pushed herself out of the fight to try to turn around and come back, able to get the kill on her. So Cutie Pie, really great mechanics during that fight, was able to pull out the win for his team. What was, I believe, 17-5 is now 17-10. That's quite a big jump.
Yeah, that's definitely very, very awesome there. And you know, one of the cool things though is Voiba kind of ran in, initiated, took a whole heck of a lot of damage. But the thing is, they had that Soraka dumping heals onto him. And you know, they kept him alive longer than you would have thought. They're like, oh, it's Voiboy, let's go, let's go, let's go. But Voiboy's building tanky. And oh, wow, they're going for Baron, and the team is not close. You're welcome. People yelling for the items back in the crowd. Voiboy getting caught though again. Pops the ult. Cutie Pie's got to be careful. They're going to jump on a Zion. He's at a half health right now. They managed to interrupt the Baron attempt.
There we
Tommy's
go.
got to be a little bit careful though.
Voyboy finally grabbing that Giant's belt. Now he is definitely someone you do not want to fight. You can see him not taking any damage. Every time he's grabbing that undertow, he'll be able to chuck it again just about 0.5 to a second later, and that will continuously slow you. That's when he just comes and recklessly swings at your face.
Recklessly swings.
Minions mid are not going to be doing much as they're now milling about. Binding goes down. Voyboy is stopped. Does he have his ultimate still? He does not. So Olaf's ultimate is down. If he is caught, he can be bursted. They do have the amount of damage to do that, especially now with Graves. Going for now a Bloodthirster, getting himself a little more sustained, but he doesn't have the damage from the Bloodthirster yet. Just the Scepter. Nice pop-up on Soraka. Good damage there. She gives herself the heal. Morgana getting chunked down. Does not even get to use her ultimate. And it looks like Dignitas has the upper hand in this fight. Pushing out Nintendo, dude. He goes down quickly. I'm a Cutie Pie. Another kill for himself. Now 10-2 in the game. There is another one. 10-2 Cutie Pie, Valkyrie forward. Oh, gets popped up by Janna. Won't be able to finish this one. And it looks like Dignitas has turned this one around. MM had a huge lead in the beginning. Still 45,000 gold to 35,000 gold. So MM still has a 10,000 gold lead in this fight.
They're going for Baron.
They're going to go for Baron, hopefully killing some of that lead or gold lead here. And bringing up some of those levels. Nobody's even close to level 18 yet, and this game is 18 to 13.
Oh wow, nice milk bomb there by Graves. They're really screwing with Dignitas' ability to see what's going on there. He might go for the steal. I mean, it's possible. He's a little bit too far away though at this point. They will pick that one up. Nice by Dignitas, getting that Baron back for themselves. Still down 8,000 gold, but their positioning has been great. Cutie Pie has been able to just hit people over and over. That was absolutely awesome.
So after taking quite a beating and having 0 outer turrets on the map, Dignitas shows a lot of life and a lot of momentum as they come back, grab Baron. Almost 30 minutes into this matchup, Cutie Pie is being the carry that is required by the AD. And he has 230 CS to Graves 185. He's also 10-2-2 to Graves' 6-3-7. However, Graves has been a pretty big factor in these fights. Ziggs has good positioning. He's doing good damage, so definitely a force to be reckoned with still. As you said, that blue buff Graves, he's just keeping it on himself. Still has half of that left. And it looks like they are going to gather here in mid. Dominate did not get Baron. And yes, Cutie Pie did, of course. And they're actually gonna wait for the push, but I don't think they're gonna get it. They don't really want to put themselves out of position because they know MM has a great team fight.
Yeah, the team fight's gonna be really good on both sides. A couple of things happened though is that You know, Graves had burned his ult a little bit earlier in that fight. He kind of fired it from down here onto that brush. And they all kind of retreated over to this side. Then the fight finally started. So they have to regenerate a little bit of that damage. And of course, they've got a couple healers there with Soraka and Tarek. So they're able to burst, again, a lot of health back into these fights. And right now, all the Ignites are down for MM. So this is actually the best time for Dignitas to get a battle going. They've got 2 Summoner heals. They've got the Soraka in there as well. Actually, the Summoner heals are down, but they've got Soraka regardless. And of course Tarek and Mundo. And so with the Ignites down, is the best time for Dignitas to fight. They've got about 30 seconds with that status. They're exhausted. Look at the status. They actually have 1 or 2 up as well. So Dignitas really do want to get something going here. They might poke at this turret. They've got positioning for PewDiePie to do so. Boy off the wings. They're a little bit afraid still. Does make sense, I suppose. Let's see if they can get this pressure going. They finally got some armor onto Morgana. She's going to go for Zhonya's as her next item. Very late Zhonya's. I like the AP she had earlier. Let her do a whole heck of a lot of damage, but then that last fight you saw, she got caught out and dropped because she didn't go Zhonya's. So a little bit too aggressive there with that build, or at least with her plays there regarding that build. So see if they can get the pressure going. The Ignites now back up, so this could be a lot of fight again coming in here against Dignitas. A lot of pressure is available. Paradox will take some damage. They don't have heals, unlike Dignitas, so they do really want to play these poke games.
Yeah, they're doing a really great job having Corky be able to poke and throwing that undertow out, just clearing minions wave after wave after wave is just feeding these guys experience. Voyboy's getting all that gold, and right now that's going to start happening for them also top and bottom. They're going to be able to push these lanes. However, that's going to give MM really good vision of what Dignitas is doing, so they can formulate now. Dignitas has some wards all over the place, but do we have an Oracle's on MM? Yes, we do. Pixel does have an Oracle. Mundo does not. I thought he was clearing one, but that was just a ping. So it could be, you know, vision favor of MM. It could win them again another fight if they can get into the jungle, maybe around Mundo's red, maybe around the blue. We haven't seen too much focus there, as it has been a big factor in a lot of other games that we've seen today. Mundo roaming around the jungle, waiting to gather with his team in mid here.
Let's see what they can do. Okay, so Scar, actually the build is a rush for Frozen Heart. He's actually going sort of tanky AP. That's actually the sort of standard Solomon Soraka build is you get that wood and then you go for tank stats. You got that Frozen Heart in there. It's going to really chop down the damage that Lee Sin, Riven, and Graves can all do. So that, I mean, you wanted that Frozen Heart even sooner if possible. But that is an amazingly good build here. I would expect a Randuin's to come out at some point from Dominate. I think it's a really, really important pickup here. He has the Heart of Gold. I really hope he goes for Randuin's for Dignitas' sake. Pick that item up here. Dignitas actually the same way have 3 auto attackers. You're not really going to see Tarek auto that much, but you know, you do want to see MM pick up some minus attack speed as well. Riven's not super likely for it, but I don't know. I mean, the problem is they don't have like these mana using melee champions, so you're a little bit less likely to see that build come out from them.
Yep. Moving down bottom as we're focusing. Dignitas rather is kind of all over the place right now. They're trying to push, not really wanting to focus on fights or catch anybody off guard. They're not.
Oh, they're gonna base trade. Like if Dignitas goes to push bottom, they're gonna lose mid. They have to be right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like exactly. They're going bottom. They're showing themselves. They're not initiating in any fights. They're not really trying to counter ward. They're just really all over the place right now. It doesn't seem like they have a collective mind at going into these fights. And MM is just doing so many big things right now. I mean, look at just Riven, or look at Zion and Nintendo. Those HP bars, they're so discouraging in a fight. Those are the people you don't want to focus. And they have a lot of those. However, Olaf now very, very, very tanky. Finally getting that Warmogs after rushing Shirelia's. So it seemed to work out for Voyboy so far. I guess can't question the carry big player of Hanover.
Scar getting dropped to half health again. I love that Death Cap Morgana build. It's so, much damage. You can really chunk people down. Get them to half health with just a couple of spells. Dignitas have to be careful. They've used red elixirs now on Mundo. PewDiePie still has blue. They're going to jump in there. Going to go for Zion, maybe Paradoxical. He doesn't have the Zhonya's yet. They could go for the damage of it. Zion at half health right now. Everyone's getting bursted. Scar needs to pump those heals. PewDiePie trying to get away from Nintendo. Is doing so kind of. Zion's Martin's still very low. Zig drops down. PewDiePie picks up another one as well. Is godlike. Logan's about to drop down to Morgana. No, gets the heal off in time. Will not die to ignite. Oh, he lives. Voyboy getting some health back. And again, 2 kills for nothing and just the barely survival. Scar with that blue elixir, enough AP to make that wish hit for 550 health on everyone on that team. And I mean, they needed exactly that much health. So they're going to move in. Dominant taking some damage here. Not too bad though. If I were Scar, I'd be afraid though of getting bursted out of nowhere. He's very low on health. They're going to keep pressing. They've got 20 seconds here. There's that root from Paradoxical. I think Voyboy needs to run at this point.
He just says, whatever, I'm going to throw an axe at you.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Dignitas coming out with very big fights there. Cutie Pie again was on the outside doing some great damage. Boy again coming in strong. Now that he has that HP, he's definitely somebody that can get into the fight. We saw it happening for a few other teams is that they try to initiate without the HP and you really just get taken down. Yeah, it looks scary coming in. You're a big dude with axes, you're a Viking, but if you can't take the damage, you're going to go down fast, and Olaf does not excel at tanking without HP.
I want to put out Locust's build, by the way. It's upgraded boots, gold for 10, part of Shrelia's, 10 wards. Locust's build is 10 wards. I like that.
You already have passive defense, so that works out for you.
Yeah, he's got a lot of armor. I mean, he's got 170 armor, right? He's like, okay, if more goes for me, they're bad. Everyone else does only physical damage, so I'm just going to stack the heck out of armor, hope I don't get owned. So far, he's not. He's honestly, 1, 2, 13, Cutie Pie, 12 and 2, full carrying this game. And so Dignitas are just, they're stabilizing ever so much. They've actually, shrunk the gold lead to 6,000. They're still only down 3 kills. They're positioning again around mid lane. This could be really close. Pixel
just out of range of that ward that was above him, did not see it, and it looks like they saw the wards that were placed. Great placement just above those rocks right there on the top left of Baron. Obviously not being seen by the support. They are going to chase here. Olaf just trying to bait out some skills. He can easily take a Dark Binding and Tormented Soil and run away happy with it. We do have Cutie Pie grabbing a Guardian's Angel, so now not is he only not being focused enough in fights. When he is, he's coming back to life.
Yep, and hopefully the cooldown on his Valkyrie will be back by then. It's only a 12-second cool. He's actually still coming in the brush. Whoever's going to jump in there gets caught first. There's all the initiation. Let's see if we can do enough damage here. Morgana's in the middle. Actually has Zonia's now. It's going to make it very difficult to pick her up. Scar's going to drop first, it seems. Can he get the heals up? Oh, he burst heals enough. Zion Spartan's still there getting baited, and they might get 1 kill. There's Dominant picking up 1. Cutie Pie still alive, but low on health. They're going to pick up maybe Nintendo. They picked up 2 so far. Will they get the 3rd? She's trying to run away. There's the stun. There's the... Oh, my gosh. They've picked up 3 here. Boy drops to Morgana, though. They picked 1 back up. That's a lot of assists on that kill. Dignitas, they really want this now. They're going to move in onto this turret, dominate off on the side. They know Morgana must recall, which means they're going to get inhib out of this. 4 versus 2 right now, and it's only range champ, it's only magic damage.
They have another minion wave coming in. They can decide to do this. And Morgana and Janna will not be able to stop them if they continue to go for it. Mundo goes with the ultimate, and I believe he just threw his on as he started taking that. And looks like they're going to get some good damage down onto this. There goes the first turret. Can they expose that Nexus? They have 17 seconds, 10 at the most for Graves and Lee Sin. They are going to focus without paying attention. Can Janna put up a Howling Gale that stops that damage? I don't think it's going to be enough, and it looks like Dignitas will be able to come back and finish it out.
And I was sure they weren't going to make that too. The first one, when they came in, it's like, yeah, they came back from a really big deficit. But they came back from a deficit with without Baron and without tower kills in the map. This time, 9-1, 5 turrets down. They still made it happen. I am floored by the late game there from Dignitas. That was phenomenal from those guys. They did a really good job of turning that one around. I mean, that was just excellent play from Dignitas. They will make it on to the top 6. Of course, this is a double elimination bracket, which means MM are not out of this tournament. They're going to be going down to the lower bracket with the likes of Against All Authority, V8, and Epic. And the upper bracket, we've got Curse, CLG, Team Solo Mid, and now Dignitas here. We've got a lot more things coming on. And actually, I'm trying to remember, with the exclusion of Curse, it's the entire original, the top 4 from what's it called, from IPL4. So you got first seed Dignitas fighting 4th seed Solo Mid. You've got second seed, well, the one who beat the 2nd seed, which is Curse, going to be fighting against CLG. So those are going to be the games that are up next, is Curse, CLG, and TSM Dignitas. Down at the lower bracket, we've got the other 4 teams. I don't have the math in front of me right now, but still some really great games still ahead of us. And they're happening today, so still don't go anywhere.
Still a lot of great League of Legends matches. I'm really excited to see what Mono can continuously bring out. Against the powerhouse Dignitas. We all know Dignitas very well-traveled, well-played on land, great experience, a well-comped team. They've been together for a really long time. I Will Dominate coming in recently as well, being a great jungler for him. But for MM to be able to show that well coming out of this, I didn't know too much about it. I'm not saying they were bad before this, but that's awesome. To see new teams come out to light in this and actually have them underdog a team like Dignitas so hard, and then to see where Dignitas was like, wow, we underestimated these guys. We faltered. We need to bring it back to the top caliber game. And Dignitas did that, but that's what they needed to do to beat MM. So everybody's going to have to do that as well.
They buckled down. And Cutie Pie they trusted, and he went 13-2. It was great. So for a gold comparison, Cutie Pie had 15.7 thousand gold, right? 15K. Second place, 10K.
Yeah.
50% more gold than his next teammate. He had all the kills, all the gold, 300 minions, managed to make them win that game. Now, if you're MM, now what are you thinking, right? Are you thinking, okay, guys, you know, we had a really, really close series against Dignitas. We think we can turn it around. Or is it, why do we keep throwing games? I'm so sad. What mindset do you think they're in?
Right now, I believe they're in a mindset of, I don't think we've ever been in this atmosphere before. It's very loud. There are people cheering. It's a little bit off-timed as well, so you're feeling the emotion of something that happened. Maybe it was actually a poor event that happened to you, or it was a good event. So you're re-feeling that emotion when you hear the crowd as well. And in this atmosphere, it's not your home play. It's not your chair. It's not the level that your desk is on, and all of that matters in the mentality and the mechanics of the game. So right now, I'm sure they're not playing it 100%, but for them to give us that show is awesome.
Yeah, they're coming out, obviously, with some very, very good strategies. They're coming out with things like we saw from the Game 2 from V8, where they can kind of collapse on places on the map, can choose things, can pick these up, can pick these kills up, and build these advantages over and over and over. You know they have the mind game there. You know that they know what they're doing and how to pick up kills. They're not intimidated by these other top teams. But what they need is the ability to close these out, to turn these games back into victories, to say, okay, now we know what to do, how to win a game against a team like this, because these are the best teams in the world. Ultimately, these are, you know, like how do you finish a game against one of the best teams in the world? How do you make that happen? You can build an advantage, you can beat up single players, but then how do you close that out? It's maybe something they don't have a lot of experience with when they're fighting this hard. In a scrim, you'll probably see teams go, oh, 9-1, oh, you got Baron, all right, GG, forfeit, like, let's play another one. Yeah. In a game like this, you don't have those situations. No one plays those out almost ever. You normally see the forfeit, but when you're on land and everything matters, you fight those out tooth and nail, and you're like, no. Yeah. Hold on. Let's try this again. And sometimes they just work for you. They turn them around. They make those into victories, and that's what they've done here. We've got more games today. We've got more games in the weekend here in Las Vegas. So seeing these games so far, who are your favorites here?
Right now, Mono. I love the fact that they were able to bring that out. The thing I saw about them, though, is they allowed Dignitas to get late game. And a lot of teams do have that problem, that you can focus, but the push, you're pushing the same lane over and over, and that wasn't really the problem, but sometimes that happens. I've mentioned it a few times. You're pushing a lane that's already pushed, hit top. Maybe top, Baron is still up, it's still a good position. But I definitely want to see Mono. Obviously, I always love seeing TSM play, especially after a week of not streaming and really taking the time off. They've done this a few times where they've said, we're going to revamp everything. You know, the first time it was kind of like, we do too much on stream, we goof off too much, we're going to buckle down. And they did good in the next tournament. And then they come in and they show us an M5-esque jungle strategy in their first game here. And that really sparked some interest in me that, you know, maybe they did change it around this time. So
they did.
TSM
They've got strats. Yeah. Like, for the first time, I think, really, ever for solo mid, from what I've seen, they've actually got strats coming out here. They're not like, well, we're going to install Cassiopeia because Reginald likes her. It's like, no. We know what we need to do. We're going to pick you know, these bullies, these pushers, these guys. And honestly, you know, he's picking up Galio from Alex Each, right? Like, he's picking the champions that dude used to play against them, and he's like, no, Galio, dude. Galio is the way. And it's funny, actually, when you talk to some of these players, SK's Ocelot is one of these guys where he, like, kind of every couple months he's like, no, the new thing is this. The new thing is tanky AP. That's what you got to play. Tanky AP, that's the way to win. And then, you know, you're kind of seeing Reginald kind of follow that same pattern. And you know, a lot of these players have good relationships with each other. They talk to each other all the time. They discuss strategies. Even on other teams, they'll do that. Like, Ocelot and Reginald are friends, and they kind of all know the same champions because they all practice the same guys. And they're like, oh, you know, the new dogs in here, Moscow 5, Crush and Faces. Okay, we're gonna pick those strategies up. We're gonna say, okay, we're gonna run Galio. We're gonna learn that guy. We're gonna pick him against nothing, right? Like the mid wasn't picked yet. And they're like, Galio. It's gonna be Galio. Oh, you're grabbing double AP. Nice. Thank you for picking double AP into Galio. We appreciate your business. So that was a little of a mispick by V8, I guess, right there. But you know, I'm also interested to see, you know, does Paradoxical know any champions other than Morgana? Because you realize, you know, he's run her every one of those games, done well every one of these games as well. 4-2. Actually, purple team won this game, and blue team is still up 19-18 in kills. Like, they were down in kills when Dignitas won. Like, that's, yeah, they had such a commanding lead early on. So, you know, we're going to see if the roster is deep enough, if they know enough roles. But you're right, they put on a great show, that the other teams took notes well enough. I mean, I think they can definitely go through in the lower bracket. I think they have what it takes to beat a lot of these other teams. But to be fair, this is a team that just before, you know, in the rest of the IPL4 online qualifiers, they got, I think, 2-0'd or maybe 2-1 by Curse in that third place qualifier decider match. Now maybe Curse is the untouchable team and MM is the second best team in the world, or I guess third place now that we have Dignitas here. Maybe that's what it's going to shape out to be.
Right.
Maybe that's where that's all going to move towards. But I mean, there's a lot up in the air that there's no really guarantees here. You've seen one round of matches. All these teams are world class. Any one of them can come through the lower bracket and make things happen.
That's true. Nobody is out here at IPL4 being held with the Cosmopolitan. I want to thank everybody else for hanging out here if you're able to make it, and if you're coming this weekend, it's going to be amazing. There's going to be tons of rioters here. If you're watching at home, thank you very much. We have a lot more League of Legends matches to come today from the winners bracket. Don't go anywhere here from IPL4.
Something revolutionary